Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to QC Comics with, of course, another action figure unboxing video. And today we've got from Marvel Legends, the Moon Knight series, Mr. Knight. You've got some glossy artwork on the side there. Again, on that side, love the way his eyes are glowing. That's so cool. And then there is all your information on the back. And again, some more cool artwork. There is the full wave. You can get the Infinity Ultron. Now, at the store, I did see a handful of these figures. I was really looking for the regular Moon Knight. In addition to Mr. Knight, I really wanted both of them. And I have a feeling for a while they're going to be hard to find, and on the secondary market, they will probably be pricey. So, bummer I couldn't find him, but I wanted Mr. Knight the most. So if I had to pick, I got the one I wanted. There was, of course, a Miss Marvel there, which I already have a Miss Marvel figure. Same with She-Hulk, and I almost bought that. But again, I do already have two She-Hulk figures, so I'm just not a massive She-Hulk fan, so I'm just not interested in collecting more variations of the character. And I did not see either of these three. Kind of a toss-up as to whether or not I would have picked them up. I do like them. I do like all those characters, but Marvel Legends I am pretty selective with these days. I really only get the characters that I really like. So for me, Mr. Knight was a perfect find. So we'll get rid of that there. I feel like this was using less plastic, but then I guess there's plastic on the window too, so I don't know, whatever. Anyway, you've got the Ultron arm here, which I will never complete. I don't fall for the build a figure. Not fall for it, I guess. I mean, if it's a character you really want to build, go for it. But there's always figures in the wave that I just don't care about, and I don't want to spend an extra $75 or $100 on figures to build a figure. So anyway, here are the extra hands. Just got some extra gripping hands there. And, you know, that's not a knock on anybody that wants to build the figures. And some people build them, sell them on eBay, which is cool too. But just not something I'm interested in. Here you also have his batons with the Egyptian symbols up the sides of them. Very cool. It's nice gold paint on the ends, and then the same on this one here. So, not much to say there. Whoa, never had one break like that. That's weird. Not the figure, but the plastic just kind of ripped. And that is sharp. Gosh, who would have thought opening toys would be such a hazardous job? Anyway, I'm going to have to turn the brightness up on this video. This is just blending in with the background. My camera doesn't know what kind of light to use here. Anyway, super cool sculpt. I love the stitching down the face of the mask here. Love that. You got the front of the suit jacket there. This tie is a little crooked. I wonder if that'll push over. Maybe it does. Yeah, it does. Good. Some sort of yellowing right there. Weird. Anyway, looks like it'll rub off. Overall, not much to say about paint application, because, yeah, he's white from head to toe. He's got some Egyptian wrapped Crocs here. That's what the vibes I'm getting there. Doesn't that look like some Egyptian wrapped Crocs? Anyway. Super cool design. I've always loved. I remember when this character first, where they debuted Mr. Knight in the suit in the comics. And that was really what grabbed my attention to the Moon Knight. I was aware of the character, but had never really jumped on board. And then I saw the suit, the Mr. Knight, and I was like, whoa, that is awesome. Now, I imagine probably just a lot of reuse on these suit parts from other characters with suits. I do wish that this was disguised a little better. I mean, even when you push it down, there's a pretty big opening here. Not a huge deal, but it is a little bit of a bummer. Overall, though, the figure does move exactly how you would want it to. I don't see any issues with the articulation. The knees only go back that far. That's a bit of a bummer. I would have hoped those would have gone back a little farther. And, oof, these feet are stiff. So I'm going to have to, I mean, they do have some rocker joints here, but they just do not want to move. Anyway, that'll vary from figure to figure. I will probably pop on the other fists because these you can kind of do punching poses with anyway, and they'll actually hold the weapon. So these closed fists are just kind of useless in my opinion. But one last thing, the front of that jacket really does look nice. Nice textures in there. So anyway, we're going to pose this guy up, and we're going to give our final thoughts and grade. Okay, so there we've got Mr. Knight posed up, ready to go. What do we think? Overall, I think it's a pretty average figure. I say that just because these legs are all just, it's the pantsuit reuse from other suited figures. Same with that tie and mold and everything there. They just have a kind of a rubber top coat that they've put over top of a regular suit figure. And, you know, I don't expect them to make new molds for everything, but, I mean, the shoes are obviously different, but it's even almost a weirder color, like, different, like the shoes are much whiter than the pants. Maybe that was intentional, maybe not. The face is great. And just take one last look at the face. I love the eyes, I love the stitching. I like the batons and everything. I just feel like for what you're getting, and for the price you're paying, you know, figures aren't cheap these days. So it's not a ton of new work. I don't believe. I really wish they could have hid these pins, even though they're white. They're just so huge on the elbows. I mean, just massive pins there. I didn't point out though that the suit buttons on the wrist there look really nice. So for me, it's just kind of an average Marvel Legends figure. Even saying that, I do wish I'd got both, but I am happier that I got the Mr. Knight over Moon Knight because I'm just a bigger fan of Mr. Knight. But this is a 7 out of 10 for me. It's not a terrible figure. Don't get me wrong. It's just, there's nothing really exceptional about it that I can go like, yeah, this is a 9 or a 10. I feel like it's probably a lot of reuse, you know, and it's just who the character is. There's not a lot of other accessories I would imagine they could have worked in. You've got his batons, you've got 2 extra hands. I mean, what else would you put with them? But it's just kind of underwhelming, if that makes sense. So anyway, if you're a fan of Moon Knight, I think you'll really like this figure. If you're a fan of Mr. Knight, I think you'll like the figure. If you like the show, didn't like the show, either way, this guy's going to look good on the shelf. But, you know, they can't all be 10 out of 10s, right? So anyway, what do you think about this? Did you get it? Do you like the regular Moon Knight over Mr. Knight, or did you prefer this one? And do you think I'm crazy? Did you open this up and go, dude, I love this figure. What are you talking about? I do think it's good. I just don't think it's great. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have more videos coming out later in the week, so keep an eye out for those. Thank you so much. Take care. We'll see you next time.